Okay, everybody. I admit I initially was wrong. Coronavirus is for real, and so is COVID-19, whatever you want to call it. It has already killed more Americans than the Korean and Vietnam Wars combined. That said, it is way past time for us to reopen the economy. People are losing everything, and the threat to the economy is just as much a threat to the health and well-being of Americans as coronavirus ever was. People are committing suicide. People are becoming depressed. They're turning to drugs and alcohol. They're losing their jobs. And people are going to be really desperate, and we need to reopen this economy before any more damage can be done. Walmart and Amazon and places like that are making a killing when the little guys are losing everything. There's something dreadfully wrong with this picture, people, and it is not the America I want to see. But that being said, I am starting to see that America is truly becoming defiant again. I went to the rally in Richmond. It was a great rally. It was a big step forward. But the problem is that everybody was screaming, "We will not comply." But when they went into Governor Ralph Northam's little fenced-in area, they consented to searches. They didn't bring any weapons, and they complied. And it's like, truly, they're saying, "We will not comply" means something now. And I mean, it's like, I heard about a woman in Texas who opened up her hair salon and got arrested, and that was it. And what happened is she got out on bail, and the next day she opened up her store again, and this time she had a few militia people come in, and she dared the cops to arrest her again. The cops didn't even show up. She never got arrested. That is a huge victory, and I want to see more of that. I want to see Americans actually stand up. Because, I mean, there was a smallpox outbreak in the Revolutionary War. It didn't stop Americans then, and neither will coronavirus. And let me tell you something. Smallpox is a hell of a lot worse than COVID-19 ever was. This only kills 1% of people. Smallpox kills 30%, and it can leave you blind and permanently damage you for the rest of your life. Assuming you survive, of course. But anyway, it is totally unacceptable. We cannot stand by and let this virus rule our lives. It is just not okay. It's time for Americans everywhere to step up and say, we will not allow this. And don't expect Trump to be of any help either. I know that a lot of people are saying, "Make America great again." Trump is just a useless clown. I know you don't like to hear me say that, but it's the truth. He is not a dictator. He is not an Iron Man. He is not a heroic leader. All these things that so many people vastly overestimate Trump. Whether they love him or they hate him, they vastly overestimate him. He is a child king. He is a clown. He is nothing more than a buffoon, and that's all he ever will be. He is useless. He is an idiot, nothing else. It's like, Trump, he wanted to build that wall. It ain't going to be built. And I even said, when they made that group on GoFundMe, We the People Will Fund the Wall, there were a lot of donations, not surprisingly. But I call upon Trump to give $1 million to that thing. $1 million. That's it. And if he's as rich as if he's half as rich as he claims to be, that's just chump change to him. It's like, this to him. See? See what's in my hand? That's what, if Trump is as rich as he says he is, that's all. This is all $1 million is to him. If he is half as rich as he says he is. But not surprisingly, he hasn't donated $1. And you know, to help with the things, places in Europe offer up hotels for essential workers like doctors and nurses and things like that, so that they can be safe. Trump is a fricking hotel tycoon. Why doesn't he just show us all how it's done? Or maybe I haven't been paying it enough attention. Maybe it went bankrupt. Trump is a failure in business. He's a failure as a president, and he's a failure as a man. And you see, he abandoned the Kurds. That wall is not going to be built, and this whole thing is just a fallacy. He is useless. Why do you think Mattis quit? I wouldn't want to work for Trump either. And his government shutdown was nothing more than the longest temper tantrum in human history. Trump says he's the same person he was at 8 years old. And to be honest, he doesn't act like anything. He just doesn't act very mature. I mean, he is about as mature as the average 8-year-old. He hasn't even reached adolescence, mentally speaking. I mean, he's not in the double digits mentally. I know 12-year-olds that are more mature than he is. But enough about the Oompa Loompa that escaped from Willy Wonka's chocolate factory and is making us all look stupid. This should have been handled way better. I mean, they should have just made a whole bunch of ventilators and made a whole bunch of hospital beds in tents and in vacant stores for these people, for new coronavirus patients, and try to get people to wear masks and things like that, and social distancing. I mean, coronavirus is not a fake. It is probably, it's bad. I mean, it's killed a lot of people. It's not, Ebola, smallpox, or what have you, but it's not the flu. And anyway, we can't live in fear. Like I said, smallpox didn't just stop the American Revolution, and it won't stop America now. We need to come together as Americans and simply say, reopen it. We are going to win. We will prevail, like we always have, since 1776. And, but this will not come easily. We need to step up and demand that the government, and remind the government that they are our representatives, not our leaders. We do not work for them. They work for us. And let's remind them of that. And, we need to come together, fight for our lives, our economy, and our freedom. I've been hassled by cops for, coughing and things like that. And do not think that, I'm glad that people are starting to see that Moulin Labe plus Thin Blue Line is an oxymoron. They're also starting to see a lot more than that. The cops have no duty to protect us. Did you know that? They are under no obligation to protect us. The Supreme Court has said it before and has said it again. Quite telling, isn't it? What are they there for? To keep us in line. What else? And always remember this. The worst crimes in the history of mankind, Holodomor, the Holocaust, the Great Leap Forward, the killing fields in Cambodia, all these genocides were not committed by people that were breaking the law. They were committed by people who were enforcing the law. Always remember that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, Sic Semper Tyrannis, Mulan Labe, don't tread on me, and we will not comply. Be good, y'all.